Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel, the Garden City Project. In this episode, I want to talk about underground infrastructure. In one of my previous episodes, I was talking about infrastructure in general, and that infrastructure is the lifeline of a civilization or a city. Infrastructure is the lifeline of a civilization or a city. And especially the underground infrastructure is very important. There is a lot of underground infrastructure inside a city. Infrastructure that you can't see on the surface. The kind of underground infrastructures we usually have in a city are freshwater pipes, wastewater pipes, electricity pipes, and also heat pipes. This is a system that provides heat for different houses. The heat is produced in a power plant or somewhere else in a large scale, and then the heat is provided through different houses with the pipes, with the underground pipes. And these are all parts of underground infrastructure. And of course, there is much more. Like there is also a gas underground infrastructure. And the underground infrastructure is one of the most important things for a city. Because yes, houses are very important. It's important that you can live there, but you need fresh water. You need to bring away the wastewater. And of course, you need electricity and also telecommunication. In modern cities, the telecommunication lines are also underground. And yes, this really depends from city to city. For example, when I was traveling in Asia, I saw electricity cables that were not underground. They were just there on the surface. And in Switzerland, for example, where I live, we have nearly everything underground, every electricity cable, every telecommunication cable, and this brings a lot of benefits. The quality of the infrastructure, also of the underground infrastructure, has a big part in the quality of life in a city or in a certain area, even if we don't see that. When we move to a city, or when we move to a new house, most people won't ask, oh, well, how is the underground infrastructure here? Because normally you don't think about that, but you will realize it soon. Because in Switzerland, we have the privilege that we can drink tap water. And that is because our water pipes are in a very good condition. This needs a lot of effort to assure that the water quality in the tap water is drinkable. This is not for granted. I traveled around the world, I saw that in many countries this is not for granted that you can drink the tap water. So this is a very good thing here in Switzerland, and it's like it has to do with the underground infrastructure that it's working very well in this area. When talking about underground infrastructure, we cannot forget about the transportation system. There are a lot of trains in Switzerland. Especially here in Bern, it's like a train hotspot. A lot of trains are driving through here and going from here. And to ensure this very good train network we have in Switzerland, we have to build a lot of tunnels everywhere. There are everywhere tunnels in Switzerland. And this makes the system very well, because in Switzerland we have a lot of mountains, we have a lot of hills, and we need to ensure the train network. We need to have a lot of tunnels. And this can also be counted as the underground infrastructure. It's a bit different from the underground infrastructure I was talking before about the water pipes, about the electricity pipes, about the gas pipes. These are quite different infrastructure, but there is also a traffic infrastructure underground. And I heard there are some plans that they want to make even bigger traffic and especially cargo infrastructure underground in Switzerland. And yes, this is a very complicated thing, and this takes a lot of time and a lot of resources to build, because even small projects, when you rebuild underground infrastructure, this can be quite complicated. I mean, not technically complicated, but complicated in case of coordination and collaboration, because there are a lot of people working together to ensure the construction of underground infrastructure, and there are a lot of stakeholders in those projects. After all, I'm very happy that we invested a lot of money and a lot of effort over the last 100 years to build up this kind of infrastructure in Switzerland. And it brings a lot of benefits for the people living here. And in the next few years, next 100 years, we also need to rebuild, renew, and build even new infrastructure, especially underground infrastructure, because the space on the surface is rare and it is used by a lot of other people. So we want to bring as much infrastructure underground as possible. So this is it for today's video. I hope you learned something about underground infrastructure, and if you liked it, press the like button, leave me a comment here, and see you next time. Bye.